They say the Black Hollow Cemetery has no end. The deeper you walk, the more graves appear, as if the earth keeps swallowing names and birthing new ones. The villagers stopped counting the headstones long ago. Now, they just pray that when they die, they're buried somewhere else. Elara had always been drawn to forbidden places. She wasn't evil, just curious, and curiosity in Black Hollow is as dangerous as fire in dry grass. She'd studied spells since she was a child, but what she wanted most was to speak to the dead. Not just summon them, but understand them. One night, she took her lantern and her grimoire and crossed into the cemetery. The air was heavy and wet, the fog so thick it seemed alive. Every step crunched over old bones, buried too close to the surface. The wind didn't blow. It whispered, "Elara." She froze. The voice was faint, stretched like fabric over too much space. She turned, but there was no one there. Only the trembling glow of her lantern and the silhouettes of crooked tombstones leaning toward her like eavesdroppers. She began the ritual anyway. The book trembled in her hands. Her breath came out in puffs that hung motionless, like time itself had stopped. She spoke the words that should never be spoken, syllables that scraped against the world like nails on glass. The ground beneath her feet shivered. A grave split open. The ghost emerged, tall and formless, its eyes twin hollows that seemed to pull the light out of the air. It didn't drift. It crawled, its shape flickering, its head twisting toward her, as if remembering how to be human. "Who calls me?" it hissed. Elara's voice broke. "I do. I am Elara, daughter of..." "Names mean nothing here," the ghost interrupted, the words sinking into her mind instead of her ears. "You disturb my rest, so I shall disturb yours." The wind began to circle her, lifting her hair, snuffing her lantern. In the darkness, she saw shapes moving, figures half buried in the ground, reaching up with decayed fingers. They weren't just corpses. They were awake. She tried to run, but every path led her back to the same grave. The open one, the whispering one. Her heartbeat echoed around her, like someone else's heartbeat overlapping her own. Then she heard it. Her name whispered again, not from one voice, but from many. Hundreds. Thousands. "Elara, join us." The mist crawled into her lungs. Her skin turned pale as frost. And the last thing she saw was the ghost smiling, if you could call that twisting of its face a smile. When the villagers found her lantern days later, it was still burning, though no flame remained inside it. They found a new tombstone where no one remembered digging a grave. The inscription read, "Elara of Black Hollow." She opened the door and could not close it. Now, on nights when the fog rolls thick and the moon hides its face, travelers who pass the cemetery say they hear two voices whispering, one hollow, one human, and if you listen too long, you'll hear a third, your own.